During the Reagan administration, my brother was stationed with the US Army in Germany. He worked the graveyard shift and was assigned a four-man barracks to himself. After his shift, he returned to his room, locked the door, and turned off the lights and climbed to his bunk. Although it was daylight, the windows were shut and sealed by the blinds and the curtains. After getting settled, he heard someone out in the hallway walk up to the door, open it, and walk inside. He was annoyed because he was sure he locked the door. At the time, he thought perhaps someone had mistakenly entered the wrong room, would notice and leave, but whoever it was went into the middle of the room, stopped, and then suddenly rushed over to my brother's bed, grabbed him, and tried to throw him out. Instinctively, my brother fought back. As he did, he felt the person's curly hair. Despite the room being very dark, my brother sensed that this individual had dark-colored hair. When he gathered himself, he turned on the lights, and, strangely, the room looked completely empty and normal. He also noticed that the door was locked. Later that night, he went to his shift, and he said to his co-workers, "Guess what happened to me in the barracks this morning?" The other co-workers paused until one of them spoke up and replied, "I know. A ghost tried to throw you out of bed, right?" "Yeah," said my brother. His co-worker answered, "Now you know why you got the room all to yourself." My brother came to learn that the building that they reside in used to be a World War I hospital for the German army. When the US Army took over and established a base there after World War II, personnel reported paranormal and ghostly activity in the buildings and the adjacent areas. One member reported waking up and seeing a man in a German World War I uniform sitting on the edge of his bed and looking at him before fading away. Another soldier was able to more clearly see the entity that tried to throw him out of his bunk, and described it as a man dressed in a German World War I uniform. Another soldier described a commotion happened in the hallway. When he looked out, he saw a group of World War II soldiers running down the hallway with their rifles at the ready, as if responding to an emergency, before fading away in the distance.
Hey there. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast. If you'd like to hear more from me, if you want to hear more scary stuff, please subscribe, like, and follow my channel. If you have any suggestions, feel free to stick them in the comments below, and I'll pick the best one for next week's reading.